Good day to you, and welcome to Keto Bites, your source for all things keto. Today we'll talk about macronutrients, carb planning apps, and which macro plans are right for your goals. Everything that your body requires for nutrition can be summarized into two categories: micronutrients and macronutrients. Micronutrients consist of vitamins and minerals. Some examples of micronutrients include vitamin C, vitamin D, potassium, sodium, magnesium, and iron. Macronutrients, or macros, can be summarized into three main categories: proteins, fats, carbohydrates, also known as carbs. Believe it or not, your body doesn't count calories. Most diets focus on counting daily intake of calories, but overlook the importance in understanding the nutrition and makeup of the foods consumed. While calories refer to the overall energy that a food provides, macros refer to the nutritional composition of the food. The ketogenic diet focuses more on tracking daily percentages of macros, which ultimately results in greater understanding over how some foods make you feel more satiated between meals than others. Think of the keto way of eating as an educational course where you'll reshape your thoughts around the foods you eat. If you think about it, all the metabolic processes in the body are supported by the macros you consume. Your body requires specific vitamins, minerals, and energy sources to maintain optimal health. It's important to understand how to get the right balance of macros for the goals that you wish to achieve. Macros can be leveraged whether you follow the ketogenic diet or not. Even if you prefer not to change the foods that you eat on a daily basis, understanding macros can still be highly beneficial. One benefit of following the ketogenic diet is that you get instant feedback from your body related to the foods that you eat. This is due to the fact that your body will no longer hold on to excess water because your carbohydrate intake is much lower. The result of this is that your body will flush fluids which contain electrolytes regularly rather than storing them. While this will require mindful supplementation of electrolytes to avoid keto flu symptoms, it does offer a unique opportunity to get immediate feedback from the foods consumed. This is helpful in learning what foods make you feel good versus bad. While we won't base our meals off of caloric intake, we will leverage daily calorie recommendations for height and weight as a starting point for determining our goals. I recommend finding a carb counter or daily meal planning mobile application that allows the tracking of both micro and macronutrients. Remember that micronutrients are vitamins and minerals such as magnesium, potassium, and vitamin C, while macronutrients are the proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Think of your macros as taking up a percentage of a pie chart for daily food intake. Whatever mobile app you choose will help you determine the proper percentage for protein, fat, and carbs for your daily meal planning. This will be the key to accomplishing your goals. Additionally, you'll have visibility into the nutrition of all foods consumed. Not all mobile apps are created equal. Some will offer limited micronutrient tracking. For example, some apps will show details such as grams of magnesium in foods, and others will not. This becomes an important detail as most nutritional labels found on foods don't include magnesium specifically. Some mobile apps will include meal tracking for different types of ketogenic goals, such as high-fat versus high-protein plans. Apps that allow this level of customization are ideal because as your goals change, you may want to switch between one plan and another. I've also found it beneficial to have the ability to manually adjust the percentages of macros as you progress from beginner keto to advanced strict keto. For example, when you first begin your keto journey, you may have an interest in quick weight loss. If this is your goal, you'll want to focus on a high protein, moderate fat, low carb meal plan. If you wish to maintain your current weight, it may be necessary to consume a higher percentage of fat for your daily meal plans. In this case, you'd want to switch to the high-fat, moderate protein, low-carb meal plan. Additionally, if your goal is to gain weight and potentially gain muscle mass, you may want to focus on a high-protein, high-fat, low-carb meal plan. One carb-counting app that I've used regularly is called Carb Manager. If you pay for the premium subscription, it will provide the micronutrient information for all your foods and also allows you to switch between the different keto goals at any time throughout your keto journey. Other apps are available such as MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, and Sensa. Some apps also have smartwatch integration capabilities and include options such as keto recipes and meal guides to help you get started. Now that we've covered meal planning and carb counting via mobile apps, let's dive into the details of what make up macros. Macros are a combination of proteins, fats, and carbs. Proteins can be found in meats, dairy, nuts, seeds, and eggs. Regardless of your height and weight, you'll want to consume at least 30 grams of protein per meal. This is the minimum amount of proteins required to keep you satiated between meals. It may seem difficult at first, but getting a small digital scale to weigh ounces of meat will make this much easier for meal planning. The mobile app that you select for tracking macros will help you plug in different foods to determine the grams of protein, fat, and carbs by ounces consumed. The first year of keto will be a learning curve where you'll get familiar with the nutritional value of the foods you eat, as well as the macros associated with them. This information will be invaluable to ensuring that you not only achieve your goals, but are able to easily maintain them moving forward. When observing a ketogenic way of eating, it's important to have an adequate source of healthy fats incorporated into your meals. Healthy fats are important for a few reasons. Once you reach ketosis by depleting all stored carbohydrates, they will be the main source of energy, fueling your body. Healthy fats will replace unhealthy fats, resulting in lower cholesterol levels. They keep you feeling satiated between meals, and once you've reached your ideal weight, they can be utilized to maintain your weight. Foods containing healthy fats include avocados, eggs, fish, coconuts, olives, butter, and MCT oil, just to name a few. Think of fats as a lever that can be adjusted depending on your goals. If you want to lose weight quickly, consume a lower percentage of fats. If you want to maintain your weight, increase your healthy fat intake slowly to find a balance in your macros that works for you. If you want to gain weight or increase muscle mass, you may want to increase your protein and healthy fat intake to a higher percentage. Carbohydrates come in many forms, such as fruits, vegetables, grains, rice, pasta, breads, and refined sugars. I was surprised to discover when I first began my keto journey that vegetables contain carbohydrates. While vegetables are a valuable way to get the necessary vitamins and minerals in your diet, it'll be necessary to track the amount of vegetables consumed to stay within the allotted daily carb intake for your goals. This can be easily achieved by using a Carb Manager application to track your macros and plan your meals. Stick to low-starch vegetables by avoiding carrots, peas, potatoes, corn, and beans. Consuming leafy greens will aid in adding fiber as well as vitamins to your daily routine. Keep in mind that carbohydrates are considered a limit and are calculated as a net value. This means you can deduct grams of fiber from the overall total carb count for the day. For example, if you consume a food that contains 6 grams of carbohydrates and 4 grams of fiber, you will have consumed 2 net carbs. Sugar alcohols can also be deducted from total carb counts as they're not fully digestible and have a low impact on blood sugar levels. Carbohydrates can be found in fruits, and surprisingly, some vitamin and mineral supplements can contain carbs as well. It'll be important to read labels on all foods and supplements to ensure that there are no hidden carbs creeping into your daily macros unwelcomed. To avoid keto flu symptoms, it'll be necessary to add regular supplements to your daily routine. As you become adapted to utilizing ketones for energy, your body will begin to expel water weight that was typically stored with carbohydrates consumed. This means that the electrolytes typically stored in your body will become depleted at a faster rate and will require supplementation to replenish. Electrolytes include sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Pure powdered supplements such as potassium citrate and sodium, such as pink Himalayan salt, are best added to your flavored water and sipped throughout the day. Be sure to keep a 4-to-1 ratio of potassium to sodium intake to maintain electrolyte balance. Veggie capsules or sugar-free vitamin gummies are also a good choice, especially for magnesium malate or glycinate products. I'll cover more details about what to expect on your keto journey, supplementation, and the best way to avoid keto flu in my next video. If you found this information useful and would like to learn more, please like and subscribe to get notifications when new videos are available. Thank you so much for watching.